And hello everybody, we are the SpiffyNeedleGeeks here for once again another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate discussion. With me today I have Denny and our usual guest, Realm Wars.
Hey.
So, how about that precious dog?
How about that precious Doge indeed?
Yes. So, obviously, there really isn't too much to say here, considering that we did technically get Smash information during the last Direct. However, minimal. All it showed, aside from the bundle, which shows, the very unimpressive dock and Joy-Con controllers, to be honest, we did get a whole new character, that being Isabelle.
Yeah, we got ourselves the good Doge from A New Leaf, and she is indeed turning a new leaf.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of surprised that they actually went out of their way to make her a new fighter instead of an Echo.
I think that's what kind of threw everybody off. There are still people kind of arguing that she is an Echo, even though it shows on the Smash site number 68. She is not number whatever the hell Villager is Echo. She is her own number. If anything, she's more comparable, I guess, like between Fox and Falco, Mario and Luigi, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, similar moves, like, sure, but, enough difference to be unique instead of a clone.
Yeah, like, and there's a number of moves that Isabelle had that were much different from Villagers, and I'm not just with special moves, but also with, like, regular moves. Like, the one I noticed immediately was the difference between their neutral air. Villagers' neutral air is more so, like, it's very similar to, like, Kirby's neutral air, where he just kind of spins in the air a little bit in like a 360 rotation, whereas Isabelle's is more comparable to Ness's, where she just twirls in the air with her pom-poms.
Yeah, really, I guess honestly, just from what I'm seeing, like all around, Isabelle has very few moves that are comparable to Villagers. Like, I only think of 3 off the top of my head. Like, one, there's the dash attack, which was the first thing that we ever saw of her in gameplay, like in the initial reveal trailer, and I think that was what immediately gave everybody the idea that she was an Echo, because she has that very similar dash attack. But then almost immediately they start showing her do all kinds of other attacks that look nothing like Villagers. Like,
yeah,
like the only other things that we know for sure that are comparable to Villager are that it looks like she's going to have the same kind of neutral B. She's going to have the pocket ability.
Yep.
It looks like she's going to have a similar working up B with the balloon fighter, but instead of using the balloon fighter helmet, she's on a swing. So it may work a little bit differently. Who knows? And I think the only other thing that I can immediately think of that's comparable is her grab, which from what we can tell, she uses the net just like Villager does.
Yeah. She also has the same Final Smash.
Oh, true, but I mean, honestly.
I was just saying, like, Ruby Sakurai, you said Echoes don't get trailers, though. Richter Belmont would like a word with you on that one.
To be fair, Richter was included in Simon's trailer. Like, he wasn't.
True,
he wasn't all by himself.
True, but regardless, he's still got trailer coverage.
Right. So I guess to real quickly go over.
Hell, arguably, I think Daisy did. I think arguably.
She made her first appearance in the initial Smash Bros. like announcement at E3. She didn't actually get like her own direct trailer. Well, I guess here's a more comparable way to put it, because if you think about it, Chrom and Dark Samus did technically get trailers. They didn't get CGI trailers though. That's the big thing. We only ever saw gameplay footage of them. They weren't included in a CGI trailer. This, like, Isabelle, this technically was a CGI trailer. Even if it was made to take on the appearance of an Animal Crossing game.
Right. And to think, it ended up also being an Animal Crossing game.
Right. In any which case, I guess, to real quickly go over all of Isabelle's attacks and characteristics and such. So, like, to go over her specials, we saw the pocket, we saw the up air. People are assuming her side B is going to be the fishing pole, which looks like it's going to be a type of command grab that will be able to pull people in and allow Isabelle to throw them in numerous directions. Because the initial trailer showed her throwing them up, whereas the the site trailer shows him throwing backwards, so it looks like it will be like a long-reaching command grab, which I imagine will be really good. And then sorry.
So you're thinking it may operate similar to like Link's hookshot?
Maybe a little more erratic, but yeah, probably like that.
Well, the thing is, BJ, that's exactly what her side special is, because I believe it was confirmed that yes, it is the fishing pole, and on top of being able to grab opponents, it can also grab the ledge.
Really? Okay, so it definitely is a tether then. Awesome. Yep. In which case, the down special, I'm assuming it's the down special, I think it's a safe bet. That's actually something I'm looking forward to, is it looks like she plants a Lloyd into the ground, which I can assume will work very similar. It works like a mine. Now, I don't know if it's something that Isabelle can activate on her own, or if it's something that has to be stepped on. Because it looked like, cause in the initial trailer, we saw her plant it on the ground while her opponent was already sitting on top of it, so it activated immediately. But in the Smash Site trailer, it showed her activate it, turn around, crouch, and then the opponent stepped on it and causing it to activate. So whether or not Isabelle can activate it on command after pressing down B again, or if it has to be stepped on, we don't know yet. It could be both. But in terms of like other attacks, like we see like her basic attacks, it looks like a we know her dash attack. It's gonna be like where she trips with the pot, so it'll be kind of a distancing dash. It looks like her up tilt is a broom swipe, where she'll quickly swipe overhead with a broom, which I imagine will be really good. What else did they show in terms of basic attacks? We know her neutral air is where she spins with the pom poms. Her smash attacks are all pretty definable. Like it looks like her forward smash is the party popper. Her up smash, people are expecting is the sign, like the stop sign where she whistles, and I guess it creates the stop sign that'll hurt people. That'll hurt anybody who gets hit by it when it comes out. Yeah. And her down special is the water bucket.
Okay.
Which I imagine will have a really annoying wind box, honestly.
Right.
Gimps for days.
Right. And then there's her final smash, of course.
Yeah, the final smash, which is comparable to Villagers. We do see on the site she does seem to have one attack that involves this rubber hammer. We don't know which attack it could be though. It could be a basic jab. It could be a forward tilt. We're not quite sure on that one yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I believe the official site may talk about more that I may have forgotten. Actually, no. I think we actually did kind of go over everything with poor Isabelle. We know her taunts. It's just her being adorable, like always.
Yeah. It's like she just sits there and just does these motions, and you're like, please don't hurt me.
Right. So now I guess my quick question on Isabelle now. So because the obvious thing didn't happen, that everyone assumed would happen, where Isabelle would come in as an echo for Villager, do you think maybe Villager and Isabelle could get their own echoes of other characters?
They probably could.
Because again...
I suppose, because it's like, to be fair, Animal Crossing, like, if you count all the separate little villagers, like, how many villagers are there?
Too many.
Yeah, it's like way too many. And I know there are some fan favorites, so it's entirely possible. It's like, I'm not gonna lie. When that trailer went up and everything, and after we saw Isabelle and everything, when it switched over to Tom Nook, and it was like before we realized, oh, this is the announcement for Animal Crossing on Switch, I was like, don't you fucking tell me that Tom Nook is gonna be an Echo Fighter. Don't you fucking go there with me.
I think that was the trollish moment for the Direct, because if I recall, that was how pretty much all of us reacted, because at first, I think all of us were pretty much assuming that this was an Isabelle for Smash trailer. I've seen some directs, or some other reactions for the Direct around, and there were plenty of people that thought it was at first just a normal Animal Crossing trailer. Until Isabelle, until they showed the splash screen with Isabelle in Smash, and they freaked out because it was a Smash trailer. Only for them to immediately turn around and then make the Animal Crossing trailer.
Nintendo, don't ever change.
that was good. So it's like, I will definitely give them credit for that.
Right.
So it's like, I think it's kind of weird though, because it's like, I know a lot of people are like really excited about Isabel showing up in Smash and everything, but it was like, I don't know, like at least from what I've been seeing as far as like genuine reactions and everything, it was like a lot of people are fucking hyped now for the Animal Crossing on Switch.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong, like I'm still fairly new to Animal Crossing. Like New Leaf was actually the first Animal Crossing game I ever played. So I'm still very much a newbie on the Animal Crossing series, but it's like I didn't really expect it to get like that much fanfare or anything when it was announced. Well, boy, was I fucking wrong.
In any which case, so I think we pretty much covered everything that we know about Isabel right now. We'll talk more. We'll talk more about her in the future whenever we get more information, or that probably won't be until we get our next Smash reveal though. So I guess we'll see on that one. But that actually goes into something else that I kind of want to talk to today, and it also kind of explains why I titled this stream what I titled it. This is something I've actually been thinking about since the Direct that kind of has me really pondering something about how Sakurai's been working the newcomers of this game. And honestly, it's one of those things where I just have to wonder, do you think the internet already knows the final Smash roster?
I don't know how they could, because every time we keep thinking, oh, there's no more, or, oh, we think we got this, Sakurai just goes, yeah, no, I got another surprise for you, and he pulls out stuff that we never would have anticipated.
Well,
so,
that just goes into what I'm saying, though. I want everybody to look at this Google page. I googled most wanted characters for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Or you know what? Let me change this to Smash Bros. In general. Let's take a look at a lot of these images here. Like let's look at this cute little picture. We see characters like King K. Rool. We see Simon up here. And we see other characters. We see other characters like Shantae, Medusa, Toon Zelda, a couple of various characters, and we see this one. Let's see. Also, King K. Rool is here as well. Oh, look, there's Ridley right there. Check out Daisy right there. The Inklings are up there. And then let's see some others. Up another one with King K. Rool, and then like pretty much what I'm getting at is don't need to drag that on too long. Just taking a glance at all these images for images of people of most wanted characters in the game in general. Every character that's been announced for Smash Ultimate as a newcomer, whether unique or Echo, were characters that were so highly requested. These aren't just characters that Sakurai chose to wanted to be in the game. These are all fan service characters. These are all characters that Sakurai knows that have high demand. He's admitted they have really high demand, and that's why they're in the game. He's not just choosing any random character. He's choosing characters that people really want.
Like, are you talking about just as fighters, or are you talking are you including in like assist trophies?
As fighters, I should say, because if we look at assist trophies, there are plenty of characters on these lists that we see here that ended up as assist trophies: Bomberman, Shovel Knight, Waluigi. Of course, I'm sure
people are still fucking clamoring for Waluigi to be bumped up to a fighter. That ship has fucking sailed on this game.
Regardless,
you gotta hope for the next one.
Regardless of such, it's literally like the way I worded what I said before in a way where I said, the internet already knows what characters are in the game because they're the most popular characters. They're the ones that everyone's saying should happen. So I think if we can look at any of these lists here, we'll have a general idea of who probably will be the next characters. Like, if we look at all these lists and see common characters showing up over and over again, I think those are the characters that have the highest chances. It's like looking at these lists here. I see Shantae in a lot of these lists. I see Gino in a lot of these lists. I see Dixie Kong in a lot of these lists. I see who else? Like who's another common one? Those are really the big ones. A Bandana D actually is another common one I'm seeing throughout a lot of these lists. It's like, whether it's Decidueye or Incineroar, those are a lot of big ones that are showing up in these lists. It's like, I just have a very, very, very strong feeling that the characters, I'm pretty much repeating myself now. It's literally like characters who have a high fan demand, I think, have a huge chance. I really do think that. And I think I do think that's the pattern we're seeing here.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is like I feel maybe that was probably another point of the whole the character ballot from Smash 4 that was put in.
Well, yeah, and I'm fairly certain that a lot of these characters that I'm just mentioning that we see on these images are characters that did score very high in the ballot. Like that's just a big thing in general. Like just thinking like just in general, like I'm trying to think of other characters that I know. Like when people say things like, you know, oh, this character is so obviously should be in Smash, I think this time around that should be taken a little more literally and taken a little more to heart than people really are thinking. Because let's look at the characters that have been introduced so far, like you know, Inkling, Ridley, Simon, King K. Rool, Isabelle, and the Echoes Daisy, Chrom, Dark Samus, and Richter. Like, those are all highly requested characters. Hell, a lot of those characters got costumes in the last game because Sakurai admitted these were highly requested characters, but we couldn't fit them in at the time. Now he is. Yeah. And you know what? I wish Russell was here because you know what? I remember the day of the Direct. Russell made a comment saying, you know, what did he say exactly? He said something along the lines of, you know, people are looking way too into the whole assist trophies past assist trophies not appearing, ending up as characters. He said that the day Isabelle was announced. Remember what Isabelle was in the last game? An assist trophy.
Yeah, and also as a Mii costume.
Yeah, she was. She was both. Good point.
Yeah. Actually, the other thing, too, is that if you also think about it, a lot of the Mii costume characters are becoming their own fighters.
They pretty much are. That is a big thing. Like, they were made Mii costumes for a big reason. And I know it's like... I'm sure the chat will mention characters that could very well... are popular choices because they're the first ones you think of. Like... What are some of the first ones you think of? You know, like not counting characters that have already been revealed, like Banjo-Kazooie, Geno, Bandana Waddle Dee, Shantae. Oh, what else? Shadow the Hedgehog. Like they're characters that, whether you like them or not, are highly requested, and I think that means they have a huge shot. That really is like the mindset here going on right now. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think we can expect to see any curveballs. Or anything like, or Sakurai throwing in a character, you know, for the sake of advertising a future game. I think it is just fan service at this point. Like, it amazed me during the last, like not this past Direct, but the Smash Direct, when Simon and K. Rool were announced. Not counting Simon, because that one was leaked. But, like, how many people guessed characters like Chrom or Dark Samus or even King K. Rool before the trailers even started? Before, you know, there was even a hint at what they could be. So many people were already guessing who were showing up. And they are showing up. Like, the characters we got right now are all, you know... Like, again, if you look at these lists, a lot of these are are past lists, like for Smash 4, or even for Smash Ultimate earlier on in this year. Like, they're all characters that people wanted. And I think that really is. Like, look, here's one with Isabelle on it. There we go.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. Like, I think at this point, we should stop guessing who's going to be in the game, because I think it's actually kind of obvious who is, and should probably start thinking about, okay, so which one of these highly popular characters aren't showing up, or are going to be relegated to something like an assist trophy, or even just a normal collectible trophy?
Yeah, see, I think at the end of the day, at this point, I think that's actually the better question. It's not so much as who's going to show up in the game, so much as who's going to end up being a playable fighter. So I think it's pretty safe to say that, you know, a lot of these characters are going to show up. Like, yeah, either they're going to be just the collectible trophies. They may end up being, like, bumped up to an assist trophy, perhaps. but it's like I would figure only like, you know, the most requested, like the most like highly ones and the ones that they could actually work with, those are the ones that they're gonna go and, you know, try and make them being playable fighters.
Right.
That
Like,
being said, though, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, again, this is probably where, like, you know, the internet's just gonna come in and everything and do what it does, because it's like, I mean, we're already seeing this with freaking Waluigi. Even though Waluigi has been confirmed that he's a cis trophy, people are still bitching and moaning about it, and they still want him to be a playable fighter. I still don't know why, but it's like, you know, you just know that, like, if the wrong character ends up in the wrong goddamn slot, the internet's gonna fucking rage. You know it's gonna happen.
You know, which is honestly why I am waiting for the moment Incineroar gets announced as a playable fighter, because I want to see the salt.
here's my big thing. You say the internet, but you probably should have specified the loud part of the internet, because,
Yeah.
like I said, every character added so far was very highly requested. So I don't think it matters at this point which one of those characters are getting added. There's going to be a lot of very, very happy people. Sure, there will be probably a good amount of unhappy people about them, but what's the old saying? Can't please everybody. And sure,
Yeah.
like the characters that end up being relegated to assist trophies. You know, I'm not Sakurai. I don't understand why he would make decisions like that. You know, maybe it really is just, you know, hard to think of a proper moveset. I know a lot of fans have thought of proper movesets for him. You know, whether he has enough from his games to really use, or whether, you know, they improvised or whatever. In the end, Sakurai's final say.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm just sitting here and you just hear people like complain about like, oh, why is Waluigi not in Smash? And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, why does it matter to me? It's not like you're going to be good with him anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
that being said, I also have to ask, it's like, you know, it's like, I guess, like, you know, okay, let's just, you know, go on ahead and get the yucks out and everything. Who is going to be the son of a bitch that's going to have to just take one for the team and be fighter number 69? Who's it going to be?
It's got to be Rex and Pyra, just for the self-awareness.
Whatever poor motherfucker ends up getting announced next, I guess. But
that's where it's like, come on, someone's got to take the hit for the team on this one. So it's like, who's it gonna be?
That said, I do actually have one more question that I'm curious about, that I kind of thought about after listening again to Sakurai's wording about something. He said at the ending of the E3 trailer to not expect too many characters before we're announcing Ridley, and then a few months later, we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more characters. But here's my issue with that: is when he says to not expect too many characters, is he talking about every single newcomer? Or is he not? Or did he not? Is he not counting Echo Fighters to that mindset?
He's probably not counting Echoes.
Because if he's not counting Echoes, technically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've only gotten 5 real newcomers. The rest are Echoes. And if you look at the patterns of every single Smash game before that, I believe we talked about this. Even back in Melee added how many characters from the initial roster? 11.
Yeah.
So if he's not counting Echo Fighters as brand new fighters, or counting them towards what he counts as not many fighters, even if he ends up, you know, only adding so many characters, unique fighters, and adding less than what he added for Melee in terms of new characters, like, we can still probably expect 3 or 4 more unique fighters, and then for him to go wild with Echoes. Like, I think it really just depends on how, on what Sakurai really does, how he views this. And honestly, I think the big reason why I think he doesn't view Echo Fighters as brand new fighters, even though they are brand new characters introduced to Smash, playable for the first time, there's the fact that he chose to put that epsilon symbol next to their number, which is the identical number to who they're echoing. The fact that they do not actually add a number to the entire list makes me think Sakurai doesn't count them as brand new fighters.
Probably. Also, hey, there's a Brandon.
Oh, hey, Russell.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah,
so Russell, I just wanted to ask you real quick. Do you remember what you said before, like before the Nintendo Direct, on how you thought people were thinking way too much or looking way too into the fact that assist trophies that haven't appeared in Smash Ultimate yet were ending up as playable characters?
Yeah.
You remember what Isabelle was in the previous Smash game, right?
An assist trophy and a costume.
We're streaming, by the way.
Yeah, Sakurai giving out all the.
I figured.
Sakurai giving out all the promotions.
I guess real quickly before.
Well, I mean, I was kind of one of those people that was kind of putting the pieces together about the whole. Yeah, all these people who were assist trophies or costumes are now becoming playable characters.
Right. In which case, I guess real quickly, what are your thoughts about Isabelle as a character?
I'm actually really happy about. Okay, so when we were on the topic of epic, I can speak. I swear. When we were on the topic of Echo Fighters, I told myself that if they were gonna bring in an Echo Fighter for Villager, like Isabelle would be the best, if not obvious, choice. I mean, obviously, I was surprised at the fact that she ended up becoming her own character, and honestly, I think I like the concept of Isabelle being her own character better, if only because, I mean, actually, can we, like, the concept of Isabelle, can we just talk about that real quick?
I mean, considering we are talking about her, go ahead.
Have you guys noticed that, like, and this isn't just with Smash, per se, but it's just been with a lot of Nintendo's characters in general. Nintendo seems to have this habit of, like, when they push their own characters into popularity the way that they do, they somehow end up in Smash.
Oh my god, we were literally talking about this earlier, Russell. There was this, literally this whole topic. I was like, the fucking title of the stream, the idea that everyone already knows what the final roster is going to be. We just don't know what characters specifically are going to be playable characters. Like, pretty much, if you look at different polls, held by different sites, and just see the common characters, including the already announced characters for Smash Ultimate, pretty much if you see a character on a popular poll, he's probably going to be in the game. That's what we were talking about.
Well, I don't necessarily mean the polls per se. I just mean by how they.
No. Let me reword that. Not necessarily specific polls. I mean, every poll. If you see one character on every single poll out there, they're probably in the game.
Yeah, like for example, like
Banjo
the popularity.
Shantae, Shadow, Banjo-Kazooie.
Can I speak?
Sorry.
Nothing. Never mind.
Gino, like all those characters. Those are all characters that are so highly requested. And if you look at every character that's already been, I know we're pretty much being repetitive right now, but it's just for Russell's sake. Sorry. Like, if you look at all the characters that have already been announced, these were all characters that if you look at those previous polls, they were like even like the polls for Smash 4. These were all characters that were initially highly requested. Like, they're all just. I'm fairly certain Smash Ultimate is the ultimate fan service Smash game. It's still going to be the best one. That's not going to detract it from being a great Smash game. But overall, the characters that are in this game are ultimately the fans' choices. I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Russell?
Oh, you're done. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember. Not just in regards to how, like, the popularity of characters, people wanted to be pushed into Smash Bros. I mean more so the concept of through their own games as well. Like, for example, I feel like the start of this started with Rosalina, because her popularity was being pushed in her appearances in other games outside of Mario Galaxy. You see her in Mario Party Island Tour. She was a playable character in Super Mario 3D World. And that eventually led to like her popularity getting higher and higher, and then her eventually getting in Smash.
Well,
Isabelle.
Smash 4. I'm sorry. Like I think Smash 4 is a different thing though, because a lot of those characters I know were Sakurai's choices. Like, you know, he added Corn in the game before Fates was even announced. He added Greninja in the game before X and Y before that Pokemon was even announced as a Pokemon. Like every prior Smash game before Ultimate, those were ultimately Sakurai's choices based on what he felt would be good characters. But now we're reaching a point where he's adding characters that he knows everybody wants.
Okay, then by that note, then Isabelle's another perfect example.
Exactly.
Her like New Leaf, she was already really popular at the start of New Leaf. Then her being brought into Happy Home Designer, her being brought into Pocket Camp and everything. It's like Isabelle has just become the staple face of Animal Crossing at this point, outside of Villager, obviously. So
but them becoming a staple doesn't necessarily mean they're highly requested. There are still plenty of characters that do have a huge popularity or fan base. That doesn't necessarily mean they're being highly requested for Smash. And if they are,
that's what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I was trying to get at. Like, I'm talking about characters who don't necessarily have to be pushed specifically for Smash, but characters in the Nintendo franchise that are just popular in general with the populace and end up getting in Smash anyway.
I guess that's kind of an interesting area to look at, though, because, again, having high popularity doesn't necessarily mean they're highly requested for Smash, but what I'm seeing are the characters that are being added are highly requested for Smash. That's the big thing here.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if they want to continue that trend, Bandana D is next.
Probably is, honestly. Bandana D is, like, very high up on almost every poll I see. Like... It's just in general, like, Ridley was a big one, K. Rool was a big one, Isabelle was a big one. Sakurai said that Chrom was highly requested in Japan. He said that Dark Samus was highly requested from the West. Like, I'm fairly certain the amount of people that wanted Waluigi, you know, there were an equal amount of people that wanted Daisy.
Apparently more people wanted Daisy.
Make him 70.
Yeah, because they don't want the poor guy to be subjected to being fighter number 69.
I accidentally muted myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So that being said, like, I'm noticing in the chat, like, you know, while you guys are talking and everything, I'm noticing a lot of people in the chat. I guess some people are talking about the possibility of Gino or Sora showing up.
I more so see Gino making it in than Sora.
I see Gino just on the grounds that it's like, I know a couple of people in the chat as well, but it's like, because, yeah, Kingdom Hearts, you know, it's also owned by Disney, so you have to go, you not only have to go through Square, you got to go through Disney, and, you know, EA has kind of been, like, you know, fucking things up with, like, the Star Wars franchise, which has been pissing Disney off, so it's like, I would not be surprised if Disney's kind of, like, on edge and everything to be like, oh, wait a minute, somebody wants to use like one of our characters in the fighting game. I don't know if we should trust that, considering this other big name company with a big name series have fucked shit up.
All right, well, ignoring copyrights, like, Sora has shown up on plenty of polls, of course, but I always see him not really that high up, not ever that high up. So he's not nearly as highly requested compared to Gino. Gino is, like, out there. On top of that, even ignoring the fact that he showed up as a costume in Smash 4, Sakurai has gone out and said he wants Gino in Smash. He's just never been able to do it before, but now he can.
Right. And it's like, yeah, and that's where it's like between the two, it's like, you know, I would imagine Sakurai would probably, you know, like, the man can work wonders and everything, but at the same time, I would think, like, you know, he would probably want to choose the path of least resistance sometimes, where it's like, you go through one company for one character, or you go through multiple companies for one character, which is going to be the easier option. You've already got Cloud in the game, so you've already got connections with Square. So that's where it's like, you know, I'd be like, hey, do you think you guys can let this Gino too? I mean, we already got your boy Cloud in there, and people are loving him, so it's like, think you can help us out here a little bit? You know, it's like, I that's just the way I see it.
Right.
Yeah, well, could you lend us your boy Orin for something?
Why don't we
It's
look? Why don't we actually look at a couple of websites that do have some of these polls, just to kind of get an idea of maybe who we can expect. Like, I'm on Smashboards right now, and let's see here.
I'm honestly upset. Why are so many people bagging on Bandana D? Like acting like he doesn't deserve the popularity and the respect that he deserves.
I don't know why people
Kirby
think that,
franchise.
considering that Bandana D is so highly requested. Like, here, let's take a look at this.
No, like Twitter has been
Ignoring
super toxic
all of them. Like,
I know. It just bothers me. That's all I'm saying.
This is the current top 10 as of 1:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of January 4th, 2018. So this was even way before Smash Ultimate was even announced. So number 1 on that list was King K. Rool. He's already in. Number 2 on that list was Ridley. He's already in. Number 3 is Bandana D. Number 4 is Waluigi. Already confirmed. Number 5 is Dixie Kong. 6 is Decidueye. 7 is Isaac from Golden Sun. 8 is Crash Bandicoot. 9 is Shovel Knight. Already confirmed. And then 10 are Rex and Pyra. And ultimately it has been updating. It does update actually, since March. As of March 2018. Number 1 now is Isaac. Then Decidueye. Bandana D still high up there. Then Crash Bandicoot. Phoenix Wright. Shovel Knight, King K. Rool, Waluigi, Takamaru, Rayman. I really wish it. Okay, let me skip ahead a little bit to a much later date. That'd be nice.
I see all these people asking for Crash Bandicoot, but no love for the purple Durgan. Fuck all you people.
All right, here we go. Here is as of August 21st. Number 1 requested, currently winning the polls on the Smashboard site is Isaac. Then we have Rayman. Why is King K. Rool still on that list? He's already been fucking announced at this point. Banjo-Kazooie, Chibi Robo, Andy and Sammy from Advanced Wars, a Rhythm Heaven representation, Bandana Waddle D, Lloyd Irving, or Sceptile / Decidueye. So generally the trend always stays the same. And then right here, I'm actually starting to wonder if these are even polls or just people's personal opinions. Regardless of such, there's still common mentions. A lot of the big common mentions. Isaac, Bandana Waddle D is a very common mention. This person also says Gino, and again Isaac. He's a Rayman guy again. Here, let's go to a different site. Let's see here. Top 10 most wanted characters on the top 10 site. Number 1 is Waluigi. Sorry, folks. Number 2 is Tails. Number 3 is Gino. Number 4, big surprise, Bandana Waddle D. Number 5, Shadow. Number 6, Crash Bandicoot. Number 7, Crystal. She's already making deconfirmed. Number 8, Banjo. Number 9, Spyro. Number 10, Heihachi.
There we go.
Honorable mentions. Impa, Decidueye, Sora, Sceptile. What is that picture of Dixie Kong? Fucking Goku. Fuck off, Goku. Windows already deconfirmed. I can go over these as much as I want, and sure they'll vary, but the same common characters will keep on showing up, and that's my point here. And it's going to be those common characters that I think are going to have the biggest shot of being in the game.
No, I agree. And honestly, if I see one more person hammering for Waluigi when it's already been confirmed,
they will dude.
I know.
Will never end.
I know.
It's even after the game comes out, they will still continue their bitching. It's just now it's going to be why didn't Nintendo listen?
I know, and it's fucking sad. But
hey, you know what? The way I see it, maybe they'll give Waluigi a Mii Fighter costume. I mean, Mii Fighters are not going to be a lot online in the future. You can use that, I guess.
I know, it's where it's like guys, just wait 5 more years for the next Smash game. Just saying. Just wait for the next one.
No, you see, what's going to happen
he'll
is
still be an assist trophy.
Yeah, because watch, he's gonna come on and it's like, so I was gonna make him into a fighter, but because you assholes were rude to my Twitter that one time, I'm gonna make him permanently an assist trophy. Don't fuck with me.
That would be that would be beautiful. Not gonna
No,
lie.
costumes haven't been confirmed yet.
Yep. And you know what? Hey, Brandon, if Bandana D does get announced, you have the full right to rub it in people's faces.
No, I very much will.
You'll be like, "Oh, you doubted my boy."
I very much will. You will you will see me on Twitter dancing to Orange Justice with Kirby music in the background.
It's like, they laughed when I said I wanted Bandana D, but who's laughing now?
All right. Why don't we spend a little bit of time, I guess, reading off the comments. Like, if you guys have any questions or just any suggestions or what you think, you know, feel free to say it now. Sorry, we've kind of been ignoring you guys for the most part, but like, I kind of just really wanted to get everything off my chest.
That's okay. Well, I saw that like some people were asking as far as like a Super Mario RPG like representative. Like I know everyone's got the heart set on Geno showing up. Some people are bringing up why not Mallow.
Mallow,
I think just because
Mallow's a cool character.
Mallow doesn't have nearly the popularity that Geno does, unfortunately. I like Mallow too, but I saw someone make a comment earlier. If they do add Geno in, Jordan Corral, thank you. If Geno is included in, I think it's a good bet that maybe Mallow could be like an assist trophy or something.
Yeah.
Comes and just starts firing thunder everywhere. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that actually would be pretty cool. Then it's like I'm trying to think. Like, I know someone earlier had asked, about like why the sudden love for Isaac. Like, like when the hell did Golden Sun get popular?
I mean, Golden Sun's always had like some of its people going like, "Oh, we want Isaac in Smash." It's just, I think now since a lot more characters that have been highly requested are coming in, those voices are starting to get louder and louder, and hoping Sakurai, for some miracle in this world, hears those voices and goes, "You know what? That's a good idea."
Okay, Bulbar asks, what are your opinions on Dylan's chances being in the roster?
You're referring to Dylan
Western...
Armadillo from Dylan's Willing Western. None at all. Only because I think he'd be cool. I was actually kind of hoping for him in Smash 4, but no one's requesting him. I don't see him on any lists, so probably none.
Well, I'm not sure how many people actually have played his game, so it's like that's probably a reason why.
I played the first one. I thought it was pretty good. But like I said, he's not nearly requested enough.
Yeah.
Like, I think the big ones really are, like, and feel free to throw in any ones I forget. Yeah, Geno, Shantae, Shadow, Isaac, Bandana Waddle Dee. Like, some new Pokemon rep, whether it's Incineroar or Decidueye. It's either going to be Incineroar or Decidueye. One of the two. Those are the two big ones. Like,
something else I need people to understand real quick about Bandana D. What sense would it make? Like, I know, like, the inclusion of DDD and Meta Knight hasn't been a thing since Brawl. So, but the fact is, what sense would it make to still have the trio Kirby, Meta Knight, and DDD, and not have the fourth, who's been a thing since Return to Dreamland?
I mean,
has been in every other Kirby game ever since. Like,
in case you haven't realized it, he really wants Bandana D.
Leave me alone.
Anyway,
that's the only push I care. Like, that's the only push I want.
Okay. Anyway, Jeffrey Engineer asks, what do you think the final character, not including Echoes, like just newcomers, what do you think the final character tally is going to be? 70, 75, 80?
I honestly see it stopping at 70 at a minimum. It could go higher, but I don't see them stopping at 69.
Yeah.
That would be funny,
I want to say,
like innuendos aside, that's just such an odd number to stop at. Like, I hope they stop at just a nice, round, even number.
I want to say 74, honestly.
Probably.
74 seems legit.
Yeah, because it's like having a lot of characters to pick in a fighting game is really cool to have, because it does help increase replayability value, because there's just so many characters you can try out and everything. But at the same time, having a lot of characters means that's one more matchup you have to fucking learn.
I will point you into the direction of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi.
God,
120 plus fucking playable characters.
Jesus
And
Christ.
half of them were Goku.
Well, I don't want to make the single argument that just because Bandana D is a cute character that everybody wants him in. Like, hold on, I need to get this tweet real quick because there was a tweet that I retweeted that basically solidified like a perfect moveset that I was thinking would be perfect for Bandana D, and it was like down to a T what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
How it could work very well. Where's that tweet? I'm gonna put it in the chat if possible.
Also,
Anyway.
I believe real quickly. I do have to agree with the chat. Wait, no way. Oh, never mind. Who was it? Who was it that said that Bandana D was an Echo? Or am I just misreading shit?
Yeah, there's no way Bandana D is gonna be an Echo.
Who would he echo? He's not echoing Kirby. He can't do anything. He can't do anything that Kirby can do.
Anyway, what you call it? Jordan asked, "What are your thoughts on those Vergibin leaks?"
I don't know. I've never heard of them.
I don't either. Yeah, I never heard of them either.
Neither have I.
I will look it up real quick just to take a look, and then I will decide whether or not they're worthy to
It's credible.
Yeah, whether they're worth talking about on site right now.
Okay.
And it's like you go to them, and the first leak they give is, Waluigi confirmed a fighter. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, then it's like, and then we got people that are just saying, like, thoughts on, like, characters, like, what about, like, Rayman? What about, like, Ken or M. Bison? What about, an NES classic character showing up? Like,
you know what?
Stuff.
Me and BJ had this discussion the other day about if Ryu had an Echo Fighter and how much we wanted it to be Akuma.
Oh, no. Like, I think Akuma would be so much cooler than Ken.
Yeah.
But like again, that kind of goes back into what I was talking about before. As much as cool as it would be to be Akuma as opposed to Ken, just like how I think it'd be so much cooler if Metal Sonic was an Echo as opposed to Shadow. Shadow and Ken just have so many more votes. They really do.
I know, but it's this is just out of bias at this point. I just want to see Akuma Raging Demon up to 7 Smash players online.
but Brandon, you're forgetting if Akuma's put in the game, he's got to be banned like he was in Street Fighter 2.
Okay. Anyway, Dutchy Dirtbox says, "Do you think we're gonna get an out of left field retro character like a Game & Watch or a Duck Hunt this time around, like as a new fighter, like an NES classic retro character?"
I mean, we kind of got Simon, so
Simon, and I think some people argue King K. Rool as well.
And that's like next announcement. So, you guys want to play as Pitfall Harry?
I mean, if you're talking about iconic NES characters or just of those time Nintendo characters, I mean, yeah, Simon's right there.
What about that kid? No, what about that kid from Star Tropics?
All right. I don't know what that is. Jordan, like, you're gonna have to be more specific because it looks like this Vertiman whatever dude posts a lot of leaks.
Well,
predictions, as I should call them, really.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying is that he's the one that's like the most credible.
Would Medusa make for a better Echo for Palutena, or would it be Vree?
Honestly, I see Medusa being a better Echo.
I mean, yeah, if we're talking about like possible Echo fighters, still.
So can I just bypass all that and just have Hades?
Yeah, but you know what? that would actually be nice, but he'd have to be his own character.
Yeah, I agree. He'd have to be his own fighter. But it's like, if you're not going to give Hades as his own character, can we at least just have him, like, shit-talking everybody in the background, please?
Wait, Danny, Danny, how hilarious would it be if Hades was announced as Fighter 69?
That would be beautiful.
He'd be like, considering the position I am as a fighter, I have a lot of jokes for this, but I don't think any of them are appropriate for this direct.
I will also say something else I should bring up. I brought up before, again, you all know this. Like, I pretty much split my guts about the idea about how the character's popular, they're probably going to be in the game. I feel like that's what's making predictions or these quote unquote leaks. I don't like calling them that. They're really just predictions. They have no credible sources, but whatever. I feel like a lot of these I feel like anybody can probably make a prediction nowadays and call it a leak, because again, I feel like a lot of the characters that are going to be in the game are obvious. Like, I do know, I the Vertiman guy. I believe that was the guy that I brought up before MomoCon. I think I even told you guys about this, like Danny and Russell, and when we were in the car picking up Russell. How there was the guy that said, that Ice Climbers would come back, and that there would also be Ridley and Simon. All technically happened, but that's all he said. So for all we know, that could have just been a lucky guess. So, I don't know. And then anyone who said things like, King K. Rool will be a fighter, Isabel will be a fighter, Dark Samus will be there, Chrom will be there. Okay, sure, they're right, but again, they were highly requested. And they could have just had lucky guesses, I don't know, but I feel like we're kind of at a point now where any subsequent prediction that shows up now, as of this time, I think you can just say, yeah, I thought the same thing. Because I think it's obvious at this point.
Okay. N64 Boys asked, did you guys hear about the Korokoro magazine leak that says there's going to be 108 stages? If it's true, what do you think the final 5 stages will be?
DLC.
It's like, I gotta go with Jeffrey Engine one. Give me my fucking Poke Floats.
Poke Floats.
Why does everyone want Poke Floats?
Update just update the Poke Floats. Include some of the new stuff. Let's get even more batshit insane with it.
I would say, if anything, if there are going to be 5 more stages that Sakurai has kept from us, honestly, I would say 6, because that would fit those 6 below that are was it 5 or was it 6? I forget. Whatever. There's a certain number of stages that are just left in blank spaces underneath all the other stages that really irritates me. They couldn't have added a few more just to fill up the entire goddamn square. Anyway,
hold on a minute.
There's a good chance that maybe
was one of those.
I think there's a good chance that if there are 5 missing stages, they may end up being stages exclusive for characters that don't have a series included yet.
No, you see, Danny, if they update Poke Floats as new Pokemon, imagine them replacing the Chansey balloon with Lilligant.
That'd be easier to catch.
Betrayed by the Lilligant.
She's fucking beast, man.
Also, someone in the chat earlier asked who would win, Hades or Isabel. That's a
Isabel. If Hades ever said no to that face of Isabel's, he's an actual monster.
No, I mean, he probably would. Hades would look at Isabel and go like, I'm not a snitch. I'm not a pilot, Dad. Sink or swim, bitch.
Nah, he would just probably make Isabel his personal cabana boy. He's like, bring me my drinks as I continue to shit talk.
Okay,
and she'll just do it with a smile.
I won't front. I'm gonna main Pichu, but I don't expect Pichu to be top tier at all.
Yeah. Oh my God, Minty Flare brings up a good point, Danny. Poke Floats with Alolan Executor.
Yes. oh God, that'd be beautiful.
Good luck getting on this balloon now, bitch.
I mean, unless it shows up horizontally.
Or the best part, you trap someone on the trolling Chansey with the Alolan Executor. They're gonna have no choice but to die to it.
No. Poke Floats with the Abra.
Oh.
And that's why items are banned to people.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't expect Pichu to be top tier at all, but I'm definitely gonna main Pichu.
It's funny you mentioned that because ESAM actually posted a video saying that Pichu might actually have somewhat good potential in Ultimate, mainly just because its ability of being able to rack up being able to damage itself with electrical moves will actually work as a bit of a double-edged sword because Rage is still a thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. I had this list of characters who I wanted to 100% main in Smash Ultimate, but I didn't want to make that list yet because I'm kind of waiting for opinions can change depending on who's going to get revealed. So I kind of want to wait for at least a good number of more characters to get revealed first before I say, yeah, I'm definitely making this character. I'm definitely making this character. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, well, I mean, I already have some of my characters picked out just because of character loyalty.
Oh yeah, same here. Like Kirby. Actually, I can't even front. If Bandanity gets announced, Kirby's probably gonna have to hit the brakes.
Oh.
Anyway, what's called Adam the Gamer asks, are you guys hoping for a better stage builder system? Like, has that even been confirmed? Is that even coming back?
I imagine it probably will.
Actually, no. I'm kidding. I can never just drop Kirby like that. But like Kirby, Shulk, I'm definitely maining Richter.
Yeah. Didn't you want to get to using Cloud and Bayonetta at one point?
Cloud definitely. I was back and forth on Bayonetta, and it's not because I'm one of those people who just absolutely despise Bayonetta. Because I actually don't hate Bayonetta at all. I think
you
she's
don't? Oh, you don't? I thought you did since you never continued your Let's Play on that game. I was joking. That was a joke. I know why it stopped. It's just that was a joke. I'm sorry. That was a joke.
Good job, BJ. He left the call. Shithead.
You fucking killed him. You killed him like the Let's Play. Oh, this is why we can never be friends. Oh god.
Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
That might be a good ending, boy.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so Bayonetta is not to be talked about on live stream. She's banned from discussion.
All right, folks. Well, thank you all so much for listening in. We definitely will be doing more discussions, of course, more live stream discussions, of course, in the future. Whenever Sakurai next gives us more information, the game comes out in like 2.5 months from now.
Yeah.
So we could expect maybe one or two more directs before then.
Probably.
Sakurai did say he wants every character in the game revealed before the game comes out, so we can definitely expect a few more directs. So you can definitely expect a couple of more of these discussions with us. So thank you all so much for listening, and hope you all have a great night and take care.
Adios.